Good morning students, all of you. Today we will study magnetic effect of current chapter 4. Most important, that is the Ampere circuital law. We have already calculated the magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor, infinite current carrying conductor, and due to a circular loop. But using this Ampere circuital law, we can easily calculate the value of magnetic field around a current carrying conductor. So before that one, we have to study the Ampere's circuital law. Give heading all of you, that is Ampere's circuital law. What is the law actually? Suppose this is a current carrying conductor, and to find the magnetic field here, we have to, in around this, the magnetic field will be there around this way. As the current is flowing along this direction, so the magnetic field is along the, this is the cross, this side cross, and this is a dot. So magnetic field will be there. What is the magnetic field in this point P? We have to calculate. Then what will be the formula according to Ampere's circuital law? In this point P, we have to take a circular loop, imaginary circular loop. And the value of magnetic field in this point will be, according to circuital law, Ampere's circuital law, what is that one? Line integral of the magnetic field. What is the line integral? B dot dl over a closed loop, this is a closed loop, is equal to product of permeability of vacuum and the current enclosed by the closed path. Current enclosed by the closed path. Clear? So B dot dl is equal to mu naught into I enclosed. This is the Ampere circuital law. What is in this case? What will be the value? We will discuss later also. Here this is the closed path, and this closed path will include all the current, total whole current. So the B dot dl is equal to mu naught I enclosed. In the place of I enclosed, you have to write I. Clear? So application of Ampere's circuital law. Give heading application. So already we have calculated the magnetic field due to a infinite current carrying conductor is the mu naught by twice pi r, mu naught I by twice pi r, and using this Ampere circuital law we will get the same value but in a very simple process. So give heading application of this one, and first one is magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. Magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. Current carrying conductor. What is the magnetic field? Magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. Okay, so this is a current carrying conductor. Drawing is very important. This is a current carrying conductor. So it is infinite current carrying conductor and I current is flowing through it. Now question is that what is the magnetic field in this point? What is the distance of this point? Let the distance of this point is r. Then you have to take an imaginary closed path, circular path we can take. Circular path we can take. So the magnetic field in this point, what will be the direction of the magnetic field? The direction of the magnetic field will be there. This is the direction of the magnetic field. Actually, the direction of the magnetic field will be cross. Already we have discussed about the cross and dot. And dl will be also ln. We have to take along the same direction. dl is also the same direction. So, using Ampere's circuital law, right? Using Ampere's circuital law, what you can write? Close integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught into I enclose. Now, or here B dot dl, B and dl, no angle is there, 0 degree angle. So B dot dl you can write close integral B dl cos 0 degree is equal to mu naught I enclose. I enclose by this closed path. What is the enclosed? The total current is enclosing by this closed path. So total current is the I. Here B is a constant term. Take it outside, or B close integral dl is equal to mu naught into I. Okay? Or B close integral dl means total path, total line integral of this one. So dl means perimeter of this imaginary circular path. So dl is equal to twice pi r smaller. Twice pi smaller is equal to mu naught I enclose, or B is equal to mu naught I by twice pi r. So we will get the same value using this Ampere-Circuital law. There was 2-page derivation was there, but in this case only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines is enough. And full concept will be there. So magnetic field due to infinite current carrying conductor, B is equal to mu naught I by twice pi r. Clear? Now come to a solenoid. What will be the magnetic field due to a solenoid? Give heading magnetic field due to a solenoid inside a state solenoid. Magnetic field inside a solenoid. Magnetic field inside a solenoid, state solenoid, clear? Not the toroid. State solenoid. So I am drawing a solenoid first. So this is my solenoid. Schematic diagram only. So wire is coming from this and entering into this. So as the wire is coming, so this is a dot, this will be the cross. Again it will come to this and coming from this one dot, again cross. So this side will be all are the dot and this side will be cross. So this is a solenoid having capital R in numbers of turns, total number of turns capital L, and the I current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction. The current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction, just like this. So if we consider a closed path along this is a closed path, rectangular closed path we can take. The length and the name of the closed path is A, B, C, D and A. In anti-clockwise direction we have taken. Now can you tell what will be the magnetic field inside this solenoid? What will be the direction of magnetic field inside this solenoid? The direction of the magnetic field will be along this. This will be the direction of the magnetic field. Think about the matter. Current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction. So you can consider a single ring, and as the current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction, so the magnetic field will be along this. Okay. So this is the direction of magnetic field. Now come to the Ampere-Circuital law. Very easy. Right? From Ampere-Circuital law. From Ampere's Circuital law, what is the Ampere-Circuital law? Close integral B dot dl, vector sign, and the closed path is taken from A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A is equal to mu naught into total current I enclose. I enclose is very important here. You have to calculate I enclose. Right. If n be the total number of turns per unit length, if small n be the total number of turns per unit length. Okay, n be the total number of turns per unit length. So total length we have to take. Let the length of our this imaginary closed path is capital L. Okay, give equation number 1. Now from left side what you can write? Now write close integral b dot dl from a b c d a is equal to line integral b dl b dot dl from a to b, I am writing ab, plus line integral bc b dot dl plus line integral cd b dot dl. We are converting from the close integral from the to the line integral, plus line integral dA b dot dl. This one's the value. Left side, if we take the left side b dot dl only, what will be the value? Now notice here, for this term b dot dl, dl is along this direction for a to b, and v is also along this direction. So the angle, I am repeating this one, b is along this direction and dl for the ab is along the same direction. So b dot dl is equal to b dl cos 0 degree. I am writing that one value obviously. So b dl cos 0 degree, close line integral, plus come to here. Here b dot dl for the BC portion. Here b is along this, but dl is along this. So the angle between the b and dl is 90 degree. So what you can write? You can write b dl cos 0 degree plus come to this portion c to d portion. Now c to this portion, if we take the b dot dl, now outside this magnet, this solenoid, as the b is 0, here in this point outside the solenoid b is 0. So directly b dot dl will be come to 0, plus b dot dl again for d to a portion. So d to a portion, the b is along this and d is along this. If you take the angle, then that angle will be 90 degree. So you can write b dl cos 90 degree. So this term becomes, this will be 90 degree, sorry student, this will be 90 degree for BC portion. BC portion is 90 degree. So what will be the value? This will become 0, this was already 0, this is already 0. So you will get b into b dl. So you can write v line close into dl. So b dl integration of dl for this portion dl. So a to b, that is the total L length of this one, that is the total L. So write b into, this is the equation number 2. Now from equation 1, right? Now from equation 1, what you can write from equation 1? Close integral b dot dl, that is a b c d a, is equal to mu naught into I enclose, mu naught into I enclose. I am writing once again I enclose b dot dl, or what is the value of b dot dl? Notice here b dot dl is equal to b into L. Here is interesting, mu naught. Here I enclosed by the closed path. Notice here. Here all these turns from this point to this point are enclosed by the, all these turns from the this point to this point, all turns are closed by this closed loop. All turns are closed by the closed loop. Now what is the total number of turns inside this closed loop? What will be the value? I enclosed is equal to, here small n is the number of turns per unit length. Notice here, small n is the number of turns per unit length. So total numbers of turns n into L, that is the total numbers of turns, and each turns contains current I. Understood? N is the number of turns per unit length, L is the total number of total length of that one, and I is the current flowing through each turn. So the total current is NLI. So what will be the value? LL cancelled. You will get, or B is equal to mu naught NI. Very important. Must remember, small n is the number of turns per unit length. Okay. So this is the magnetic field inside a straight solenoid. Now come to the portion magnetic field due to a toroidal solenoid. Toroidal means endless solenoid, not straight, that is the toroidal. We will apply that formula. Dividing magnetic field due to a toroidal solenoid. Magnetic field due to a toroidal solenoid. Okay. So what will be the magnetic field for this solenoid? Toroidal solenoid. I am drawing a toroid first. Toroid means endless solenoid. This is the core portion I am drawing first. This is the core. And the wire wrapped over there just like this. Uniformly wrapped. Clear? So this is a toroid. Current is entering from this path and leaving out from this path. What is the number of turns? Let small n be the number of turns per unit length. Small n be the number of turns per unit length. I is the current flowing through this, and I is leaving from this. Understood? Now to calculate the magnetic field inside this toroid, take any point over here. This is a point. We are going to find out the value of magnetic field in this point P. Now what to do? You have to take an imaginary path. Notice here, this imaginary closed loop enclosed all the turns enclosed by this imaginary closed loop. Understood? Now, if the magnetic field, according to our raft, the magnetic field along this, the direction of the magnetic field will be this, and dl is also this. What is the distance from the center? The distance from its center is smaller. Same value will come, mu naught ni will become, but you have to understand the fact what will be the value in this case. Here the closed loop will be circular, as all the turns are enclosed by this closed loop. So total numbers of turns you can take. Okay, so this is a toroid of radius r having small m number of turns per unit length, and I current is flowing through this toroid. Now similarly we will write using Ampere's circuital law, right? Using Ampere's circuital law. Close integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught I enclosed, isn't it? Close integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught I enclosed. Now in this point P, I am taking the name P let. In this point P, B dot dl, can you tell what is the angle between the B and dl? The angle between the B and dl is 0 degree. So right, or close integral B dl cos 0 degree is equal to mu naught is mu naught I enclosed by this closed path. Now total this closed path enclosed all the turns, yes or no? So what is the number of turns? I am taking the number of turns. Small n is the number of turns per unit length. I repeat, small n is the number of turns per unit length. Now the total length of this one is the perimeter of this one. So small n into perimeter. Perimeter is the twice pi r. Perimeter is the twice pi r. N into twice pi r. This is the total number of turns in this toroid. Now each turns contains current what? Each turns contains current I should be there. If I is not there, then how will be the magnetic field generated? So, or here B is a constant quantity, take it outside, close integral, dl is equal to mu naught into twice pi n r into I, or B dl is the total line integral of this path. What is the dl? Twice pi r. B into twice pi r is equal to mu naught into twice pi n r I. If you twice pi cancel, small r cancel, but that means doesn't depend on r, or B is equal to mu naught n I. Same formula will come, but you have to understand this fact. Okay, so this is the magnetic field inside the toroid. Clear? So this is the magnetic field inside the. Now come to the Lorentz force. Very important terms. Lorentz force. Force on a moving charge in a magnetic field. Later we will discuss Lorentz force totally. First of all, give heading force on a moving charge. Force on a moving charge in a magnetic field only I am discussing. In a magnetic field. Force on a moving charge in a magnetic field. Suppose this is a magnetic field. All of you know the meaning of this cross. This is the magnetic field, uniform magnetic field, and the value of this magnetic field is B, vector quantity obviously. The magnetic field is into the page, penetrating downward, into the page, pointing downward. This goes. Now if a charge particle is thrown inside this magnetic field, Q is the charge and V is the velocity, then the force on this charge particle, what will be the value? Now this force is the magnetic force, some force will experience on it, and the vector form, very important, F is equal to Q into V cross B. This is not the product, this is the cross product. So as it is a cross product, so force is also a vector product. So the net force acting on this charge particle, what will be the value? F is equal to Q into V cross B, or in scalar form or in magnitude you can write F is equal to Q into VB sin theta. Now this theta is the angle between the V and V. When the force will be maximum, when theta is equal to 90 degree, you can write when theta is equal to pi by 2, F is equal to F max, maximum force will act, and will be Q VB, and when theta is equal to 0 degree, then F is equal to 0. That is, no force will act on this charge particle. Clear? So this is a force on a charge particle in a magnetic field. Now come to the Lorentz force. Lorentz force is what? Lorentz force is just a force applied by the magnetic field as well as electric field. Already we have discussed about the force experienced on the by the electric field. So give heading Lorentz force. Give heading Lorentz force. Tz. What is the Lorentz force? we will discuss. The Lorentz force is the force applied by the experienced by a charged particle moving in a region where both electric field and magnetic field are present. In that case, only the electric field we have discussed, but if the magnetic field was discussed, but if the electric field is also there, then the force will also experienced by the electric field. So what is the Lorentz force? Actually, the Lorentz force F on a charged particle is equal to force applied by the electric field plus force applied by the magnetic field also. So what is the force applied by the electric field? Now if the electric field is there, suppose this is the electric field E, and if a charged particle placed over there, then what was the expression for the electric field? F is equal to Q into E. But magnetic field, I have discussed, F is equal to Q into V cross B. So you can write Fe, if you write in the vector form, Fe is equal to Q into E vector plus Fm, that is the magnetic force, is equal to Q into V cross of Q into V cross B. This V cross B will give the direction due to the magnetic force and E will give the direction for the electric field. Clear? Now, or F is equal to, if you take common Q, then you will get E plus of, take this bracket, plus V cross of B, vector form. Okay, so this is the Lorentz force. Lorentz force is the force applied by the electric field as well as the magnetic field. Clear? So that's all for your today's class. Thank you all.